Good morning. That was weak. Let's try again. Good morning. Love it. Welcome to 2025 Early Math Leadership Institute. We are beyond excited to have all of us in the room today. We're going to add some literacy friends tomorrow and have some great breakouts on Wednesday morning. We have a great day planned for all of us today. We'll get to that here in just a second. Many of you have been here before. This is not our first rodeo, but if it is for us, welcome. We are excited to have you join the fun. On the screen, there's an image of the first institute, which was held at the lovely Great Wolf Lodge in Traverse City. Raise your hand or a paw if you were at that first institute. Many of us. Round of applause for all of our friends who return. And we did something similar in 2023 in Traverse City at Grand Traverse Resort. Raise your hand if you were at both the first and the second. Many of us. Welcome back. And last year, we had an opportunity to be in this space, in this room in 2024, doing something similar. Can we get a hand raise if you were at all three of those, and obviously you would be here today? Look at the peeps. Yes, Vic's here. Yes. Vic's here for it. At the institutes, we do many things. We roll out a lot of tools for the upcoming school year. We have a lot of opportunities to learn and network. On the screen, you'll see a couple of tools pop up that we started with our first institute back in Traverse City at Great Wolf Lodge. We have Knowing, Doing, Becoming. That's the first place many of us thought about the learning trajectory with resistance, compliance, and internalization. Many of us, it was our first opportunity to think about the research behind roles, events, tools, and routines and how those things build over time to build coherence. Those same things will continue to show up for us this year as we continue to build upon our understanding and implementation, taking the research to practice. We also had an opportunity to introduce traps. Thanks, Amanda. Yes, we had traps as a theme throughout all of those institutes. Those will stay consistent for all of us. We do continue to learn and grow, and over the past 6 months to 9 months, we've had a chance to summarize and organize our thinking around this research and ways to put it into practice, and we've introduced design principles for learning systems in our context, both at the state level and ISD and local level. These will show up for us, which are great ways to continue to build on our understanding. These are things you have to look forward to. Many of us have been on this journey for many years, and we will continue to make change. This slide is one that will help organize our brains for our work while we're here together, both today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. It's important that this week we stay curious, ask questions, talk with your friends about what might this look like in our context. How do we improve upon, Seek deep understanding. You're gonna get a lot of things. And though this could at some times feel like a conference, we try to structure it so that it's not. We try to structure it so that this work continues after we leave, unlike many conferences that we attend. So seek deep understanding, and most importantly for all of us, we've been on this journey together. This is our story and our work together. Celebrate the victories. There are many things that all of us have done to contribute to the victories over the past 4 to 5 years in early mathematics specifically. It's important to celebrate those. It is simple to name the challenges and obstacles. Celebrate the victories. As you leave, this school year, no matter your role, be sure to share our story. We are doing something that has never been done in the state of Michigan, and it's a powerful movement. share that. Be creative in the ways that you craft your system. We're gonna have a lot of learning together and new resources that you're gonna have access to. Think about and talk about how they could be adapted to fit your context, whether at the state, ISD, or local level. And last but not least is my favorite, advocate for math. There are many things that will pull our attention away from the work that we are doing. It is on all of us to share our story and advocate for mathematics. Last but not least, this is about our children. This is our work. Here's our purpose. Take a second to read that for our institute. We are here to continue to make sense of where we're trying to go. That is a moving target and one that we continue inch closer toward. We will have resources, as I've said before. It's important that we build community. There is nothing that can be done in isolation. It takes a community, it takes a village. That is what we are here to be. And last but not least, this is about systems. Today, we're going to talk a lot about mathematics and teaching and learning mathematics. And in order to enact that transformation, it takes a system to pull it off. So be thinking about, especially today, what does it look like for us to build a system around this content, to build a system around these resources? We're going to have a chance many times today and tomorrow to utilize Slido to capture your thoughts. This first one is just an easy on-ramp for all of us to get a better idea of who's in the room. Many of you are already picking up your phones. You clearly have done this before, but this is a chance for us to test. Everyone with a device, scan the QR code, or utilize the website with the number at the left side of the screen. It will pop up some questions for us to get a little bit of info about who we are. Seems to be working. We have 159 people in. Take a minute to finish, and we'll pop up the display here in just a second. And Andrew, if you're able, when you're able, if you could pull up the results. While Andrew is pulling up the results, there are two things with Slido that are important to know. All of us are in. That should stay up on your phone or your device. If for some reason it goes away, there's a QR code at the center of your table that you can utilize to re-access that Slido. That is one. And two, that is a space that we will answer questions in the moment. It's also a space where we can capture questions, kind of a back channel question answer forum for us. If you click questions and type a question there, our team is going to continually monitor that and be able to provide responses to questions that we might have in the room. So feel free to raise your hand at any point and ask a question, and know that there is the ability to utilize questions in Slido that we will use as a back channel to respond, similar to what we did last year. As you can see, our primary role, we have coaches, consultants, teachers, early math specialist, math coach as our primary roles who are in the room. Early childhood specialist is quite large there toward the bottom. Welcome pre-K friends. And the next question is going to pop up. Andrew's feeling the pressure back there. We could all stare at him. We have this information from earlier, and we know that there are about 20 to 25% of us in the room who have been to all four. And next, most of us are in the room and here with a team. We have done a lot of work. Thank you to Trish and many others, but Trish is the lead. If you don't like your seat, you can find her. I think someone, maybe it was Vic. It actually was Vic, Trish. Stay away from him. He's he's quite upset he's in the front. Next up, coffee is the lead. Cheers to all the coffee drinkers. Snooze button is a close second, and though I would say both of those are my favorite. Next up. Oh, we have so many great comments here about what we hope to get out of this week. As you can see, math, teacher, collaborate, idea, year, district are some of the leaders, and we'll be able to scroll through those at a later time, and we'll probably pop some of those up on the slide during lunch for us to review. And we're back. We'll use Slido again. That was our chance to get acquainted. Here's our outcomes or our hopes and dreams for today. They'll pop up on the screen. Take a second to read those. Today we're going to spend a lot of time talking about a student-centered classroom, one where us as adults follow the thinking of the children. 2, we will have a lot of tools to utilize and learn around when it comes to instructional moves that we can use both in our classrooms if we're educators and to support educators if we're in a support role. Tools will be a center of some of the work that we have today. And last but not least, all of us are thinking about, 1, the content of the day, and 2, how we utilize that content in the roles that we have. It's important that this work leaves this place. This is not Vegas. Macy, this is not Vegas. It needs to leave. Take a look at the balcony view of our agenda, and then we're going to get you all into a conversation. We are currently living in the 8 to 9. In just a bit, we'll have an hour and a half with some of our best friends talking about little people and big ideas. We will have a break. After the break, we'll do a little bit more learning with the early math team, and then we'll have lunch. Notice that we end our day with breakouts. We end our day with? Love it. You'll have more information on what those are and where they are in just a little bit. For now, just know that we are going to end our day in breakouts, and then we'll just go about our day. Most of us will probably go to the Counted Out screening tonight. More info on that coming soon. But just know that we're not coming back to this room after breakouts. We'll join back in this room tomorrow morning at 7:45-ish for breakfast. Let's dive in a bit. The quote on the screen is important. Take a second to read that. Our question becomes, how do we make that happen? What does a mathematics block need to look like to enable this work to happen, where children are sharing their strategies with the class, with the teacher, and with each other? That will be the center of the conversation for you all in just a minute. The way that we're going to do that is on the screen. Take 10 seconds to read our process. On your tables, you have a math framework. Everybody grab a hold of that nice little laminated piece of paper. You're going to take 1 minute just to review. I will prompt us after that 1 minute to stand and find 2 other friends that we might not know, allowing us to network a bit. And then when you're with those friends, you'll be able to talk about the 3 questions that are on the screen. You could also make up some other questions that you might have to talk about. Take 1 minute to review the content and structure of what's on the math framework. And when you're ready, we will stand, find 2 new friends, and chat with them, first introducing yourself, and then talk about the things you notice on the framework. Have some fun. Thank you. Thanks, Brad. Thank you. We could talk about that content for much longer. Let's acknowledge that first. Before we go back to our home base, we're just going to collect 3 thoughts from the group. It could be something cool you said or you heard your new best friend say. Let's just get an idea of what's standing out to us around this content. We'll look for 3. Who might be willing? One, Adrian, thank you. And I see 2, thank you. And 1 more. And 3, all the way over in the corner. Okay. 1, thank you.
Mentioned that in her role, she sort of developed over time a framework that looks something similar to this, and this was really affirming and helpful that she was on the right track, and area experts kind of affirmed her thinking.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. So this is not necessarily new information for some of us. It's an opportunity for us to organize around it and continue to better understand it. Thank you. And 2.
Is it working? Okay. My new best friend over here was talking about how this would be a really good framework for people new to the profession. She is an early childhood specialist, and so that turnover and the new teachers coming in that may not be super familiar, just giving them this as a framework of this is kind of what we're thinking for our mathematics instruction.
Yeah, I love it. We can see it as a balcony view of what a math block could look like. And thank you to an ECS for not only making connections to it, but also adding on to it. And know that for the pre-K friends in the room, we are working on a pre-K version, knowing that it needs to look slightly different. We have a first draft thanks to Dr. Parks, who will be up here in a minute, that we've received feedback on and we'll be continuing to revise, and that'll be rolled out here in the next few weeks. So look forward to that. And 3. Thanks so much. This can serve as a third point for educators and for leaders. This is going to be a helpful tool for us to continue to utilize. And thank you to the Wayne Risa friends who shared their framework that we utilize to kind of wrap our brains around it. Thank you for your work. Here's our next step. We're going to high five, fist bump, elbow our new best friends, and then we're going to head back to home base.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's so lovely.
It's white because the Jesus in Michigan are white.
Yeah. But all the children aren't. What? All the children aren't.
No,
We have 2 of the most populous, black populous cities.
And
I know this is a problem. We're not doing anything that's actually very helpful.
Yeah.
Or acknowledging how deep the problem is.
Yeah. I don't even.
on the screen,
I'm not hitting things as intentionally as I usually do because I'm focused on math. So it's so interesting.
And focus on what?
This like math issue.
you realize you have all sorts of things at your table. I'm going to highlight a couple of them that we may find helpful today and tomorrow as we do this work. I will not highlight all of them, but just a few that are really important to us. The first is the Institute program. There are 2 copies on each table, knowing that everybody probably doesn't need one, but there are some hard copies for those of you who might appreciate it. In addition to that, there are QR codes where you access the digital version of those. A couple of things are important. One, yes, it has the schedule and the where and the who for our couple of days together. It also has some important QR codes where you can access additional resources. One important one is on the back side, all the way to the back on the hard copy or the last page of the digital version. That QR code will take you to a resource hub. Many of you will say, hey, Sonia, where do I find blah, blah, blah? And her answer is going to be, you can find it on the resource hub. There's a QR code on the back of the program, and I think it's also probably on the center of your table. There is a lot of stuff on the resource hub. Anything that we do, you'll have access to. Next up, as I highlighted the design principles earlier, we have a new tool that we're going to utilize throughout our time together today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. You'll look forward to utilizing the design cards. We all have a copy of Learning Together, whether you picked one up new or brought yours from home. This text is one that we have found ridiculously helpful as we design systems to support our work across Michigan. You will find it just as helpful. We're going to utilize pages from it throughout our time together. The framework is one that we just talked about. Keep that in your back pocket. You will run into it many different times. And last but not least, we have the lookbook, another new tool that helps us better understand how children might think about solving problems. This will be another tool that we will use often today especially.